Hello people and welcome to this new class in where we are gonna be working between Photoshop and InDesign. This is gonna be a kind of the second part of the previous class in where we will do some adjustments on our photos. In the previous class we saw the info panel and we saw that, for instance, if I select this image placed on the right page and I go to info, I find here the type of pic, JPEG, the actual PPI, pixels per inch, 72, and the effective PPI, 316. This is the important data for us. So the resolution, which means density, is correct in case we want to print this book. That is the case. And then we find color space, RGB. This is not correct if we want to print something. RGB is a color space made for screens, for digital. The colors are made by the light of the screen, based on the three primary colors, red, green, and blue, RGB. But when we want to print something, we are gonna use the ink. So in that case, the color space should be CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. What happens if we don't change this color space? Well, mainly you have to know that the printer always automatically will do the conversion from RGB to CMYK. But the colors that we are watching right now on the screen will change in the end. So we are not having the control of what is going on. And we can have surprises. So better if we do it by ourselves previously. So let's go. From here, once the pic is selected, right-click, Edit with, and here we choose the program, Adobe Photoshop. Once the photo is opened in Photoshop, we should go over Image, Mode, and here let's go to CMYK Color. We click OK, and that's all. As you can see, colors now are not so vivid as before. They lost a little bit of power because, of course, when we are talking about light, the colors are gonna be more bright, vivid, but it is what it is. So we just have to save this file with the same name, save changes, yes, okay. And once back in InDesign, if we check the color space, we can read CMYK. It's been done automatically. So this is the process. And we should repeat this process in every single photo of the book if it is needed. Let's select, for example, now this one, this little one, this flower called Cruciata. This book is about Alhambra Gardens, and in this double page, in this spread, we are talking about Sultana Cypress Courtyard and the flowers placed on it. So this Cruciata, let's see the quality of the photo. Effective PPI 110, color space RGB. These both aspects are not correct. We know how to change already the color space, but what happens if we need a better resolution? What we can do? Okay, I will show you a trick again in Photoshop. So right click, Edit with, Adobe Photoshop. Here we have the photo. And then first of all, let's fix the resolution, the density. It was 110 pixels per inch. We need at least 250, 300 pixels per inch. What we can do here? Well, in the last versions of Photoshop, there is a very nice tool for increasing the resolution. We should go over Filter, Neural Filters. Once here, if we go to this column, we have several filters available, but we just have to use the one called Super Zoom. We gotta turn it on. Then on the right side, we have more options. And then here, let's check the zoom image multiplier. Now is 1. So let's click on the plus icon once. And then the multiplier is 2. We are multiplying the resolution by 2. So if we had 110 pixels per inch, now we have 220. Still we need more. So again, one click on the plus icon. And then, if we make the calculations, we have already 330 pixels per inch, more than enough for printing. Then we can go down. I recommend you to click Remove JPG Artifacts It's going to increase as well the quality of the photo. And then down here you will find options for showing the original and the one with the changes, preview of the layers that we are using or not so important. The important thing here is the output menu, because this new photo with this new resolution can be released in a new layer or in a new document. This is up to you. I prefer to do it in a new document. So new document, okay. Then Photoshop is opening a new document called Untitled 1 with the Cruzata photo with this new resolution. So the density resolution problem is already fixed, but remember that we have to change as well the color space. So let's go to Image Mode, SMYK Color. Okay, here we are. Now let's save this image, File, Save a Copy. We go to the correct folder, then I select the Cruzata pic, but I will name it with a different name. Cruzata multiplied by 3. Save, JPG options menu on. Let's go to the maximum with everything. Okay, and it's done. Once back in InDesign, when I select the pic and I go to Info, nothing has changed because still we are using the same photo as before. We have to relink to the new photo because we changed the name, and then InDesign is not doing that process automatically. So then we need to use another menu, the links menu. Cruzata pic is selected, then let's go down, relink. We find the new pic, Cruzata multiplied by 3, double click, and here we are. Let's go back to the info panel, and then we can check how the effective PPI is 330, perfect for printing, and the color space is CMYK. Everything is correct. If you are still watching the pic with a bad quality, the reason is not the quality of the photo. The reason is the display performance. So we should right click, go down, display performance, and click high quality display. Now it's on, and you can see how the pic now looks very nice. Anyways, this display performance thing and the links menu is something that we will see deeper in the next episodes. This is just a preview. Time to say goodbye now. I hope that you have enjoyed the class, and I will see you in the next episode.